We go to for the big final for the ICC Under-19 Men's Cricket World Cup Africa Division 2 qualifier between Nigeria and Kenya. Kenya won the toss and elected to bat. It's important. We should thank the Honorable Minister for Youth, Sport and Development, Chief Sunday Akindari, our special guest of honor. Thank you very much for coming. It's been a wonderful tournament that started 2022.
Not once, not 2 times, but 4 times.
We wanted slightly more to be above the par. Maybe 20-30 runs would be good. But then we were ready to defend. We know we support our bowling attack, and we were ready for the fight. We are looking towards to play the Division 1 qualifier, and we're looking to go hard. We have long months for training. Look to improve in our weak points, and we can go through.
And what we've seen today, we've seen these young ones under 19. The future is really bright for them. I am proud of them, even though I know we've qualified. We didn't win today, but we still won because we're still in the race. And when they show up again in March, we will beat Kenya.
If you just need to look at the positives, just remember that we were 6 down for about 20 runs. What shocked them today was that we have a full batting lineup. Prosper Hosseini was there, then you had some people, this was just hard luck at the end of the day. And when you have hard luck, it's life, it's part of life. That's what we talk about cricket. So the ability of being a good sportsman or progressing in life generally is how you have those lessons. I mean, from what I've seen,
Good one out there, so let's have a feel of the ICC Africa Under-19 cricket qualifiers, where Kenya, they came to Nigeria, they defeated Nigeria here, although we hosted it, and we came second, qualifying for the Division 1 from Division 2, talking about that particular sport there. Cricket is growing in Nigeria, and really, we are proud for the fact that we hosted, and we came second. Well, congrats to the boys as they'll be going to South Africa for the Division 1 qualifiers. They are welcoming you on the show, 360 Sport. on Trust TV. I am Adini Ajishafe. We quickly look at activities in the world of sport for this weekend. It's a Classico weekend, big one between Real Madrid and Barcelona. Who will win this particular battle for this weekend? Well, another one there, Liverpool, Manchester City, all are ready now to fight for honors in the EPL. We'll be looking at that subsequently. Let's start from home as we talk about Nigerian star. That's Tobiloba Amusan, where World Athletics nominated her alongside 9 others to compete for Women Athlete of the Year. Good one for the Nigerian, who right now is among the 10 athletes so far nominated for this particular award. Let's look at the list of those nominated for the Women Athlete of the Year as we talk about it right now. Talking about Women of the Year, Toby Amusan, Chase Ely, we have Shelley Fraser-Price from Jamaica, Kimberly Garcia, Sherika Jackson, we have Faith Kipyegon from Kenya, Yaroslava Mahuchik from Ukraine, Sydney McLaughlin from US, and Yulima Royas from Venezuela, and Mila Uibo from Bahamas. They will all be fighting for who win the Women's Athlete of the Year, and it is the 4th time a Nigerian will be nominated for this award. All we need to do is to support her for through our vote on that's World Athletics website by voting for Toby Amusan. 5 will be dropped by November, and finally the winner will be emerging by December. That will be announcing the winner for that particular award, and hopefully this lady can win. She has done well for herself and for Nigeria. 12.12 seconds when it comes to World Athletics in hurdles. This is the world champion Toby Amusan with 12.12 seconds when it comes to that particular area. And also she won the Commonwealth Games, and also not forgetting all the other competitions she has done well so far this year. 2022 has been Toby's year, and we have to celebrate her. Well, other athletes will also be competing against her, but we believed that the Nigerian can actually scoop this award. 1st time Nigerian, and 1st time that we have at least a shot at World Athlete of the Year. While we're celebrating Toby Amusan there, our ladies also lured with their football artistry just yesterday. Over there in India, they were able to win against New Zealand 4-0. Courtesy of the goals coming from Aminat Bello, not forgetting Miracle Usani, Afolabi Taiwo, and also alongside Edidiong Etim, who came on, and she was able to score a fantastic goal for Nigeria in that encounter. Well, good one for Jakaye, who won the player of the MVP of the match. She was able to win the MVP despite not scoring. Fantastic player, dedicating that particular award to her teammate. And right now, we have to celebrate for the fact that they came back after they lost against Germany 2-1, and now they won 4-0. And if you look at the way it is, actually they are 2nd on the table, looking at the way the table is standing. But right now, I have in the studio Joseph Peter. Let's have you. Let's talk about some sporting stories trending.
Good morning, sir. Well, I like the news about Toby Amusan. I feel like this year should be called 2020 Toby. Because
that's nice, man.
Everything is about her. Everything from the conquest in France, then down to the one in USA and Commonwealth, and then the award she got from the president, the gifts she got, the office she's holding, and now this one to cap it up. We wish her all the best, and I believe she stands a chance. This is athletics, it's not just any other thing. I think she has done enough. So Nigerians can as well participate and vote in for her if there is any avenue for that.
Of course, everybody. Athletics website is there. All right, let's go there and vote.
That is good. Then that needs to be publicized, so that we'll support her and make her win this one. She has done her own part. I believe this is the time for us to do our own part also and make her victorious in this particular conquest now.
Now, Flamingos, 4-0.
I was very, very happy with the goals from Afolabi and Etim. Perfect. Did you see the kick? I mean, the shots were very, very good. It took me...
Despite they checked the VAR, and really, after the review, just had to accept the fact that goal stood. I love that.
The goal stood. It was a goal. As far as I watched the highlight, I didn't watch the complete game, so I didn't get to see the VAR incident, but I saw the highlight, and I didn't I was taken aback by the goals, the way the force of the shots, the way they took the goal. But what really got me was the style of play. The intelligence, the ball sense. You could see that they were playing from the back down to the middle, to the midfield and to the attack, putting the right passes, making the right runs. This is not like it wasn't like a typical women football. It was more so more women when we attacked the opponent, because you could see the goalkeeper of the opponents were not really good. The way she was just fumbling ball into the net, but I think Flamingos really did well. They play well, and I'm very, very happy for them. And I think that it takes character. You know, it's not just to come out with, you lost a game and then now you are winning. It takes character to actually do that. And I'm really glad by what I saw.
Congrats to Flamingos right now. They've been able to do well. If you look at the way the table is standing there, they're actually second on the log. We just have to appreciate our ladies for the fact that they came back after that loss against Germany by 2-1. Now they came back roaring 4 goals. And I mentioned earlier, Afolabi, not forgetting Team Edidion, who scored a nice goal there. And also not forgetting Amina Bello and alongside Miracle Usani that actually scored 4 goals there. And right now, Ajakaye won the MVP of that game. Despite not scoring, she was outstanding, playing so well. Well, good one for the ladies as they file out against Chile. Chile lost against Germany. It was a walloping from Germany against Chile. They defeated them. Now we are second on the log, and we're facing the same Chile on Monday. And hopefully our ladies can also at least show their class by winning that game and be able to qualify for the next round. Well, congrats to Flamingos. We are proud of you, and we believe more that you can do better. Now from there, let's move to talk about the NNL. Nigerian National League Super 4 is coming up in Bayelsa State. That should be in Yenagoa, and 4 teams will be battling for honors at the Samson Siasia Stadium in Yenagoa, starting from 16th, and they will all be fighting for honors there. Bayelsa United, not forgetting Bayelsa United, Bende Insurance, Doma United, and also El Kanemi Warriors. The 4 of them who win the league this year, they will be fighting for honors. Although we know that Madiba FC won the NLO, but now Bayelsa, Bende Insurance, Doma United, El Kanemi, they have to fight for who wins this year's edition of Nigerian National League.
I've said it here that my team is Doma United. The only thing I'm worried about is why was the competition taken to Bayelsa? Because Bayelsa will be playing.
Bayelsa not Nigeria.
But they are playing at home. I don't like that advantage they just gave at Bayelsa United.
That's just part of football.
When it comes to the match now, they will go and fill the stadium and
they consider so many things, logistic-wise, and who is ready to host them. Okay. Maybe Bayelsa the government offer to host them. You
of
understand?
Course, if you are Bayelsa governor and your team is among these, won't you offer to
what about other states? El Kanemi, they are there. Doma United is there. You have Bende Insurance.
Definitely, we cannot go to El Kanemi. Maybe Doma. El Kanemi in Maiduguri right now is not exactly safe. But and I'm sure the governor has his hand full. But okay, let's go back to football now. I root for Doma. And they are the ones I support, and I wish them all the best. That's all I'm going to say concerning
Seriously?
This. Yes, I wish Doma to win this Super 4. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, we wait if Jose will be having his way, because right now he's tipping Doma United to win the Super 4. Super 4 will be starting on 16th to 22nd, where 4 teams, El Kanemi, Doma United, Bende Insurance, not forgetting Bayelsa United, will be fighting for honors over there in Yenagoa. Samson Siaja Stadium is the place to see these games, and they will be really fighting. Well, that's a good one there, coming from the Nigerian National League, the second tier of Nigerian Football League. Away from there, let's talk about the big one that will be happening. It's going to be a big fight between 3 Nigerian clubs as they fight out against North African side. Well, Plateau United, Rivers United, and also Kwara United will be trying the waters against the 3 clubs from North Africa, 2 from Morocco, RS Berkane, and you have another one that has to do with experience from Tunisia. You have Casablanca against Rivers United. Those are the 3 teams they'll be facing in this competition. Well, it will be a big one today as they file out Rivers. Can they turn things around by the time they are facing Willa Casablanca? That will be a big one. And you also have Plateau United. They will be playing against Experience of Tunisia. The first leg ended 2-1. Kwara United also will be seen to at least see how they can win against RS Berkane. They won 3-1 in Lagos, and they will be going for the second round. And from the way it is, it's a tough battle, because we know how the North African side always want to push when it comes to playing at home. And right now, a big one will be happening there in Tunisia, Morocco. Well, Joseph, from the way it is, this is going to be a big one, because why? When they came to Nigeria, they were able to score 1 goal apiece. That's all the 3 clubs from North Africa. And we know what they are going to be doing at home today.
Last week we were talking about how they always tend to score a goal, and it's very dangerous when you allow them to score a goal. Now they have scored a goal, but that is the past now. Before us is a challenge to conquer them. Well, from our understanding, they have started giving the North African treatment to our Nigerian brothers already.
Yeah, but that's expected.
That is it.
That's how they do their own football.
I don't want our brothers now to put that in their head, because if you allow that into your head, you put yourself at a disadvantage even before the game begins. Forget about the fact that you are not being allowed to participate, to go to your training center at the right time. Forget about all that. When it comes to doing the real job, do your job, do it very well. Be sure that you mark out these North African teams, mostly, especially in the first half. In the first half. Why I'm saying so is because if they don't get to score a goal in the first half, the pressure mounts on them. Pressure shifts from you, who is not supposed to concede, to the opponent who has to score. All right? Then they start to make mistakes. You begin to see panic stations everywhere. You begin to see wrong passes.
So
Why?
all
Because
they need to do
anxious.
is hold them for first half.
Hold them for first half. Because typically,
Don't concede?
Don't concede.
Okay.
When you don't concede first half of the game, they know they have to go and get a goal. Pressure transfer from you to them. It becomes easier for you to actually defend even better. So if they can be able to do that, then I'm sure we should have. I would love to see Plateau beat Esperance. I would love Rivers to win against Casablanca. El Kanemi is a bit simpler for them because they have two goals. Kwara. El Kanemi stuck in my head from the other side. All right. Kwara is a bit easier for them because they have 2 goals cushion apart from the 1-1.
The 1-3-1.
Yeah. So I think it's a lot easier for them, and I feel like the opposition there is a lot lesser than the ones.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so, because basically when it comes to all this thing comes down to the size of a club. We all know that Esperance and Wydad are bigger clubs than the RS.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
They are all big in their own.
Okay, they are all big in their own way, but there's always the first. There's always
the way the North Africans take football as business, I wish you can take it that way. No club that you see playing CAF Confederation or CAF Champions League in interclub competition that is small, coming from North Africa, be it Algeria, Tunisia, Egypt, Morocco, they don't joke with it.
I totally agree with you, but even there are classes.
Of course, but
Exactly.
RS
RS
in Morocco
is not in the league.
Respect them.
But they are not in the league of Wydad and Esperance.
Maybe you think so,
Oh,
but
okay.
tonight they are not looking
But
at it
it's
that
all
way.
down to size and history. And we all know that when it comes to that, they are below those 2 clubs. But at the end, we all just want our Nigerian teams to conquer. And I wish Kwara United, I wish Rivers FC, and I wish Plateau United all the best. And I think they can do it.
Well, we hope that they will be able to do well, at least from the way it says. All they need to do, according to mathematics now, if they can hold those clubs by not conceding any goal, and it ended 0-0, at least they will scale through 3 of them. And it will be very nice to have the 3 Nigerian clubs moving to the next, that is the group stage, where it will be a money spinning event. Hopefully, Rivers United, Plateau United, and also Kwara United can scale through a big one for them as they file out tonight to by evening, by 5 p.m. or thereabout. They will be fighting out, and they want to see them performing well against the clubs they will be facing. Experience, Casablanca, that's with Casablanca of Morocco, and also not forgetting RS Berkane, also of Morocco, against Kwara, Plateau, and Rivers United. We wish them all the best as they represent the green, white, green in those countries. Good one there. And now we'll be at least, let's go on a short break to let you have a feel of when Plateau United hosted Experience at MK Abiola Stadium in the first leg.
When it comes to fans, they are mammoth. They make sure that you don't have any kind of any other noise in the stadium except from their fans. And you see here, it's appalling. Perhaps if not with the media and maybe some fans of Plateau United that came all the way from just hands full of Nigerians. That is why again, it's on this new NFF leadership board that they must do everything possible. They must, in fact, they must open their skull, not only put on their thinking cap, they must open their skull to make sure that they take our MPFL, our league, back to where it's supposed to be.
Our league must just go back to where it's supposed to be for us to do well. Well, from the way it is, North African club becoming like bees against Nigerian teams as they play them just this evening. Well, we'll be looking at that particular one. But let's go international. Let's look at the matches that will be coming up this weekend. English Premier League, La Liga, Italian Serie A, Bundesliga, and also French League 1. But let's start from England as we'll be talking about matches coming up. Well, we'll start with the English Premier League fixtures for this weekend. Well, a big one there. Leicester, Crystal Palace. Fulham will be at home against Bournemouth as Wolverhampton Wanderers host Nottingham Forest, who are right now really struggling after buying almost a whole team. Tottenham Hotspur, Everton. Another match there, Aston Villa, Chelsea, Leeds United against Arsenal. You have Manchester United. Old Trafford is the place to be with in form right now. Newcastle United, Southampton, West Ham United, and also Manchester City away to the Cubs, the Liverpool team that never walk alone. Big one there, and we'll be talking about all these matches quickly. Let's start with Leicester versus Crystal Palace. Our man from Leicester will be joining us. Let's have you, Charles Ajuya, if you are there. Charles.
One Adini, I'm here.
So you are a Madrid fan, but let's at least good to have you. Let's talk about Leicester versus Crystal Palace. Let's start with that first. How's going to be that match between Crystal Palace and Leicester City? How's the preparation over there in the city of Leicester?
Preparation's going well, I guess. It's going to be a tight game, as we expect. Leicester aren't doing so well. Crystal Palace not doing so well themselves. And you see it as a game, if Palace do get 3 points from its position. No, Leicester didn't really invest much in the summer. I think it's showing now at this point in the season. But yeah, you do just maybe see Brendan Rodgers getting the sack if Crystal Palace get 3 points today. I will be at that game, funny enough. So it'll be interesting to see what the atmosphere is like.
Okay, there. Well, while we're talking about Leicester, maybe we should just revert to the studio. Let's hear from Joseph Peter while you are waiting there, Charles. Joseph, another big match that will be coming up. You have Tottenham Hotspur versus Everton. That's the match that a lot of people want to see what's going to be happening concerning Tottenham hosting Everton. We've seen the form where that our Nigerian international Alexi Iwobi is having right now. He's enjoying his football, and against Tottenham Hotspur, who right now are back to winning ways under Conte. So how do you see this game? I
think Tottenham will have the day. I believe Tottenham are going to take the day because Everton, though they have a good defense, their performance is quite better than it was last season that they were struggling with relegation. I get all that. But I think what Tottenham will be bringing will be too much for them to handle. Yes, Iwobi is in form. I'm happy for him. Gordon is doing well. I'm happy for him. Calvert-Lewin is back. Good. But I don't think they will be able to do anything at White Hart Lane. I believe it's going to be a 2-0 score to Tottenham today. I don't see Everton taking anything out of that game today. I really don't see it.
Seriously?
I really don't see it.
Football can be very dicey, Joseph.
Yeah. That's why it's an if. I'm just projecting. I'm predicting what I believe should be the outcome of the game. I know football can be that, but Tottenham are quite motivated from their last win. And Everton are just off the back of a loss against Manchester United. So I believe they won't take much. It's the Tottenham Stadium. They won't take much. They won't take much from Joseph there. Anyway, let's see what he will be offering if they will take much. Aston Villa, Chelsea. Charles, a big one for the Blues as they play at the Villa Park. Do you see Chelsea winning? Well, we know what has been happening to that club since takeover, but do you see them winning against Aston Villa at the Villa Park?
We're speaking of struggling clubs initially, and I think Villa is another club that I would say.
You look good anyway.
Villa is another club that I would say are struggling dearly. Chelsea, yes, they've had turbulence with their squad, with the club, but I think they are slowly gathering momentum. They got 2 good wins against Italian champions Milan, and I think they're riding on that, and they'll probably take that into the game at Villa Park, and I see a comfortable Chelsea win there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, good one there. While we're looking at Aston Villa, I'm sure from the way it is, that club, one way or the other, they are one of the voices we reckon with when it comes to football, but I see Chelsea trying to see how they can up their game against them. Yeah, it is the atmosphere there that's actually the first battle you fight when you go to play at Big Villa Park. The atmosphere there is very, very, against you. The fans, they are very loud, all right? But
even so, Villa have been trying to build a momentum, trying to be good, trying to be better than we all know they were. That's why they brought in Steven Gerrard. The teams, their squad is actually good. They have a crop of players that are actually very, very good. But they haven't really been, getting the results they should be getting. They will try to make it difficult for Chelsea today, but what Chelsea will be bringing will be too much for them. Chelsea are on a good run. Their momentum is high, and it's working out for the new coach who just came in.
Graham Potter.
Yeah, Graham Potter. So I believe Chelsea will actually take this game. They should win this game.
Leeds United, Arsenal, that's where you belong. At least, do you think your club, so far, they've been able to have a very good run this season, Champions League, Europa Cup. Maybe I'm already projecting them to Champions League next season. So Europa Cup, they are doing well. EPL, they are topping the table. In fact, no one saw this coming, but they've been able to maintain it match day. Right now, they are going for this. Do you think they will be able to do well against Leeds United?
Right from the preseason, I saw us ending up in the top 4. That we are at the top of the table right now is a surprise. But we all are not surprised anymore because we are seeing the performance they are putting in. Look at Arsenal now, still in the defense in Saliba. In the midfield, there is this cover by Partey. In the attacking midfield, Silk in Odegaard.
And you have Saka
and you have the cutting edge of Gabriel Jesus. And the way they are performing is just good to watch.
Don't want to mention Saka.
I'll mention Saka. Saka is good on the wing, but I feel like Martinelli has been better this season over Saka. And even in terms of the output in goals, Martinelli has scored more. Well, the Arsenal team is actually doing well right now. They defeated the outstanding Liverpool, or I will call it the unsurmountable Liverpool. Nobody gave us a chance, but we actually conquered that game. Against Leeds United, what we need to do is not to lose focus, not to relax. Don't relax. Take every game as it comes. Take every game serious. We know how much pain we've suffered, aside last season, at White Hart Lane. I could remember Leeds coming over, winning us at our home, denying us the league, which Manchester United won. That was 2008 or 2000. I can't really remember. I can't place the year. But anytime we play against Leeds, I just want us to give them the bashing. Because what memory comes back to me is that particular memory when they beat us at home and we lost the title that year. So that's why I want us to always bash Leeds. And I believe today is going to be another 3-1 win for Arsenal.
You're so sure. Well, we wait for that. Meanwhile, I can see Charles smiling because of the... I'm sure you are not agreeing with him, right?
No. I was actually expecting him to make a comment. Last week I mentioned that Liverpool were going to be Arsenal, so I thought he was going to mention me as one of the doubters. So
I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see how Real Madrid and Arsenal, maybe next season, the two of you, how it will look.
He knows the result of the last game. He knows the outcome, I'm sure. Charles, you've not forgotten the outcome last time we faced each other. I'm sure you've not forgotten.
Oh my goodness.
That's big talk for you. I'm waiting for you in the Champions League.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
I'll be there next year, don't worry.
We are waiting. Well, while we are looking at the EPL, Manchester United against Newcastle, Chelsea, another big one. It's possible that Old Trafford, after what they play against Omonia and Nicosia over in the Europa, now they will be playing at home against Newcastle United. We know right now they seem to be informed, talking about Newcastle United and playing against Manchester United. Do you think things are actually turned around for the team playing at Old Trafford? Charles?
Well, you never know United, do you? It's either here or there with United, so you're never quite sure. I mean, look at the game on Thursday in the Europa League. It took them to the last incredible performance, by the way, by Nigeria international Zoho. He was phenomenal on the day. It took them to the last minute to get past him. And they're coming up against a Newcastle team who will cause problems. They will cause you problems on any given day. I mean, they've done that to their Manchester neighbours earlier this season, the 3-3 game. So you do see that's a potential banana peel for United. It's at Old Trafford, yes. A part of you should think United should get the job done, but you never know. This is really a tricky one to call, though. But I think I'll give it to United simply because I think they just get it done at the end of the day simply because. So 2-1 United.
But I would like to say something. You mentioned Uzo, kudos to him. This is the kind of performance the Super Eagles have been looking for, Charles, in the goal. Uzo has something like that in him, but we've never seen it. Have you ever seen it? Have you ever seen Uzo perform this way, the way he performed this against Manchester at Old Trafford? Have you ever seen that? Why don't they do that at the with the Super Eagles?
It's a question you ask for him there because I mean he was phenomenal today, so I don't know, but remains to be seen.
Okay, we've been talking about the English Premier League, digressing a bit concerning Uzoho. Now, Manchester United, Newcastle, Charles actually giving it to the team from Old Trafford. And we look at and the biggest one for this weekend, Liverpool, Manchester City on Sunday. That's the match that a lot of people want to see. The Reds right now are not doing so well. They are standing 10th on the log. And you look at the performance, can they do it against all rampaging Manchester City with their giant player, Erling Haaland? Charles.
Big one, big one. Again, this is really tough to call because typically these are the two teams that will be fighting for the title or should be fighting for the title. Yes, I know Joe will tell me look at the table, but I mean at the start of the season we looked at this, which sets the tempo right before we all go on the break for the World Cup. I don't think Liverpool have started the season I would say it's not as bad as people have set it out to be. At the end of the day, okay, they lost 2 games now with the defeat to Arsenal last weekend. They've just, I don't know, their defensive frailties. We've always known Liverpool have been defensively bad or not so good as much as the other elite European teams. But this season, they've just been bad at it. And it's tough. And with Manchester City are flying high. Erling Haaland is scoring goals for fun, breaking records for fun. Yes, they drew against Copenhagen midweek. Again, they were desperately unlucky. But they did come to Anfield on Sunday. Anfield would be roaring. The atmosphere at Anfield will be incredible, I believe. Liverpool themselves as a team, they are coming off a wonderful 7-1 performance midweek against Rangers, where Mo Salah came off the bench to score the fastest hat-trick in Champions League history. So you can say confidence at the bare minimum is riding relatively high for Liverpool. I think that result was something Jurgen Klopp needed going into this game. So it's tough to call. Again, hand to heart, I would say Liverpool get the job done. It's going to be a really good game. Erling Haaland probably scores, but I say Liverpool probably get the game.
You see Liverpool winning the game. Coming from Charles, Joseph, do you agree with that? Liverpool is going to have going to win this battle against Manchester City?
Yes, they have built a momentum from the 7-1 win. Yes, their defenders performed better in the last game. I agree that they have not lost a game at Anfield for a long time, but I don't see them winning that game. Yes, they would score goals. Haaland will also score goals. But because it's Anfield and because they have not lost, I think I'll settle for a draw for this game. That's what I actually wish to happen.
Draw.
So that
0-0, 1-1, 2-2.
I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw.
Wow, a tough one there. Well, what do you expect from an Arsenal fan? An Arsenal fan should be calling for a draw so that you can continue to be at the top. Yes. Well, good one there. We've been having a good time here talking about matches for the weekend, the English Premier League. Let's go to the big one also. I think this one seems to be the biggest in the whole European football right now. Spanish La Liga is coming up. And El Classico is the one that everyone wants to see. Real Madrid against Barcelona. Well, matches will be coming up this weekend. We have Girona, Cadiz, Valencia, Elche. Mallorca against Sevilla. You have Atletico Bilbao against Atletico Madrid. Celta Vigo, Real Sociedad. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Espanyol, Valladolid. And you have Real Betis against Almeria. But we are picking 2 out of it. Atletico Bilbao, Atletico Madrid. Let me start with you, Joseph. Bilbao, Madrid.
Atletico Madrid are not really there. They are not really where they want to be. And they know the outcome of this game anyway. Anytime they are playing Bilbao, they hardly get a win. And this is not going to be played at their home. It's going to be at Bilbao's home. I'm quite certain that heartbreak is waiting for Atletico Madrid.
Seriously?
Yes, I'm quite
Is that
certain.
how you hate them?
I don't hate them. I just know the outcome of this game, most times, it turns out to be either a win or a draw, but always goes in favor of Atletico Bilbao, most times. And I don't expect this to be different because Atletico are in form right now. Atletico Bilbao are in form right now. It's a bit of up and down for Atletico Madrid, so we'll see. But like I said, I don't expect Atletico Madrid to take the day. I don't.
Now, let's go to the big one, El Clasico. Charles, well, this is where the whole thing is actually lying now because Barcelona, we know what they've done this season now. They've upstaked them, topping the league. They are although the same point, but on goal difference. Real Madrid, that's where you belong, the Madristas. Let's have your take.
Isn't it?
Of course.
It's the one every Madridista and every cooler is looking forward to once the fixture list is released at the start of the season. First Classico at the... Yeah, thank you for also reiterating the point that the Classico is, because I've been hearing from my Premier League watching friends who say, oh, Liverpool City at the same time with the Classico. We know that tomorrow everyone's going to be watching the Classico. There's no point having this discussion. But that aside, looking at like you mentioned, from a Barcelona point of view, they're top of the table. 8 games on the trot. They've won 8 games on the trot. Is it Robert Lewandowski scoring goals for fun? And I know people point to their Champions League form and the result against Inter on Wednesday or Tuesday, which nearly sees them going out to the Europa League. But at the end of the day, their league table, look at the league table, they are top of the table. Like I've mentioned these things already, they are in pole position, so to speak. And it should be interesting. However, from a Real Madrid point of view, like I've mentioned, it's the Classico. I personally do not see Barcelona coming here to get anything, to be fair. I see them getting beat, especially now where they have 2 key defenders, Jules Koundé and Ronald Araujo out for the fixture. With the form I saw Gerard Piqué in on Wednesday, respectfully, I really don't see Barcelona doing anything at the Bernabeu.
What's the scoreline that you're expecting, Charles?
Sorry?
The scoreline for Real Madrid against Barcelona.
I don't know. I think Carl Benzema will be celebrating his Ballon d'Or, receiving his Ballon d'Or before Monday. So I don't think he goes with a brace. I'll say 3-1 Real Madrid.
3-1 Real Madrid. Well, let's see if Joseph will actually agree with that.
I agree with Charles on this one. I agree with him. Barcelona's defense is they are just all over the place. Since the injury of Koundé, they have been conceding and shipping in goals. And you look at the performance of Piqué, it's really obvious that his legs are tired. And now, I feel like Xavi is faced with a heavy decision, like a very, very difficult decision. It's either he goes a do or die with Piqué, or he plays Frankie de Jong in the defense, which is, I feel like it will be a mistake. Because for me, I would still go for Piqué. At least he has the experience from these kinds of games to handle situations. Although it's a gamble, all right? But it's better to have Piqué there. It's better for Piqué to fail there than the inexperience of Frankie de Jong to show, and then he still takes the blame. In that way, if he plays Piqué and Piqué messes up, at least the blame goes to Piqué. You understand what I'm trying to say? But generally speaking, Barca are not coming to take anything from Bernabeu. I believe they would lose 3-1 like Charles, and I think that 1 goal will just be Lewandowski's nickel of a goal that he always gets.
That's it. We just have to look at that. But really, if it's going to be 3-1, we wait to see. Maybe Charles and Joseph will be able to smile at last. Charles Adria, we want to appreciate your time joining us from Leicester there. Thank you.
That was my pleasure, D. That was my pleasure.
Good one. You borrowed some of the soap that you are taking, right? Thank you. Okay, good morning. Back to the studio now. We have to quickly run. Our time is running off. Let's go German now. Quickly, German Bundesliga matches will be coming up this weekend. Bayern Munich will play. You have Freiburg. You have all of them. But we quickly look at Union Berlin. Yes, they are topping the table. They are facing Borussia Dortmund. Bayern Munich against Freiburg. They are second on the log. Freiburg are also surprising everyone. Two matches, or rather a lot of matches, but we look at those two quickly because of our time. Eintracht Frankfurt, Bayer Leverkusen, Wolfsburg, Mönchengladbach, Leipzig, Hertha Berlin. Now, Joseph Peter, Borussia Dortmund, Union Berlin, a tough one.
It's going to be a very, very tough match. Union Berlin have been on form, not just in the domestic league, also in Europe. You can see what they have been doing. And nobody expected that from Union Berlin this year. They are top of the table. I don't think Dortmund are stuttering. They are up and down. Yeah, up and down. And they are not scoring goals like we know them to score goals. Bad the match against Sevilla. I don't see them winning this one. I think it's going to be a win for Union Berlin because they've built momentum enough for that.
They've built momentum enough, and now we run through Italian Serie A. Matches will be coming up also in different stadia there, as they call their own. Well, Hellas Verona, AC Milan. But we look at Napoli, Bologna, Lazio, Udinese, Inter Milan, Salernitana, Juventus travel to Torino to fight, although that's a big one there. It seems going to be a battle there. Torino, Juventus, big one. Atalanta, Sassuolo, with Ademola Lookman scored. Well, for Napoli, Bologna, Peter, you want to agree with me? We'll be expecting much from Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia.
I think it's just going to be a flood of goals for Napoli. They are on fire. They are scoring goals left, right, and center. They are at home. I don't expect anything more than just like a 4-0 kind of score.
Let's see what they'll be doing there. Lazio Udinese, another big one over there at the city of Rome as they play that game. While we quickly look at the big one that will also be happening in France, French League 1, PSG will be facing Marseille, another big one there. Will all happen between Dimitri Payet, Mbappe, Neymar, and all these stars there. Monaco, Clermont, Reims, Lyon, Auxerre, OGC, these are the matches, although Lille won their game just yesterday. PSG, Marseille in the short.
As usual, we don't expect Mbappe to be the crybaby that he's not always that crybaby. On the pitch he's playing well. Off the pitch he's a crybaby. But Marseille, they are also not really doing bad right now. But I don't think they will be able to win this match. I think PSG will take home this match. I think PSG should win 3-1, I think.
We'll wait to see if that will actually be happening against Marseille. They have a particular good player there, Payet. Yeah. Now, let's quickly run through some transfer gossip. Now, although this one is confirmed that Nasarawa United on Friday unveiled 6 new signings as the club prepare for 2022-2023 MPFL season. And they signed 6 players. Homeboy Anas Yusuf is back. Looking at all the players they signed, Anas Yusuf is back. They are returning from Wiki Torres. You have another one, Sulaiman Jamilu, who also have joined them from Niger Tornadoes. They are a good one for Nasarawa United. Another one is right full back, Victor Dennis from Plateau United, who are right now, he has joined them. You have central defender Benjamin Frederick from ABS of Ilorin joining them there. And quickly, goalkeeper, to have David joining them, Inka David joining them from Niger Tornadoes. And you have goalkeeper Jerry Isaac joining them from MFM of Lagos. 6 players in a row. Good one for the solid miners, as they call them. Good one there. And now let's go international, talking about some transfer stories now. Atletico Madrid's Portugal forward, that's Joao Felix, wants to leave in January. Well, because of the fact that his relationship with Diego Simeone has turned sour. So he wants to move, and let's see what will be happening concerning Joao Felix. Will he have the chance to move away from Wanda Metropolitano? It is very possible. Real Madrid are not considering another move for PSG forward Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe's issue concerning with PSG has been a bit tough now because of all the rumors coming out. But from the way it is, the Frenchman, Real Madrid may not be gunning for him at all due to the fact that he joined them in the summer and decided to stay with PSG, and things are not going well between him and that club. And the last one says Manchester United are favourite to sign Porto's goalkeeper Diogo Costa. not Diego anyway. Diego Costa is a goalkeeper, and right now he's a goalkeeper of FC Porto. They are really trailing him. They want to get him to join them over there at Old Trafford. Diego Costa will be coming, just like Chelsea one time ago had Diego, but this one is Diego Costa. Good one there. The transfer stories here and there, but we just have to pick those ones for you. Nasarawa United doing well, signing 6 players in a row. And for tonight, well, we are hoping that our teams will do well. Talking about Plateau United, Kwara United, Rivers United. We wish them the best as they file out against the North African side. Joseph Peter, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for having me.
And for Charles Ajuya, joining us from Leicester, we appreciate you. We have to go now. Sport is always business and fitness. Have a splendid weekend. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.